All eyes have been on Germany this Thursday as important German jobless figures came in better than expected, and Angela Merkel's coalition government was put to the test as politicians voted to expand the European Financial Stability Fund. So I'm pleased to welcome Jochen Mobert from Deutsche Bank. Are these jobless numbers an indication the German economy is thriving in these difficult times?
Well, we see that German order books are still full. We still see that the mood in the industry is quite well. So it's a small surprise, but not really a large surprise that we see this uptick in the labor market. And what's most important is that the labor market is a lagging indicator. So given that we have the troubles in the financial markets and some sort of credit freeze, it seems obvious that the labor market will not improve in 2012, start to stagnate or even deteriorate in 2012.
So how has Germany managed to create jobs and reduce the jobless rate to less than 7% when countries like the US continue to struggle to reduce their unemployment rate?
Well, we followed the advice of economists and reshuffled the system to a much more flexible system, reduced benefits. Our industry was very eager to keep wages down, and this helped to push up our competitiveness. So today we are one of the most competitive countries in the world, and well, this helped to bring down the unemployment rate.
But let's talk about the risks to the German economy. It's a spillover of the Eurozone problems into Germany the biggest concern.
Yes, it's simply contagion. If there's a major crisis, if risks materialize, if politicians continue this muddling through style, which is the typical European policy style, then there is a risk that financial markets will continue to stay in the wait-and-see mode, and this could spill over to the real economy too. So many economists are a bit positive for the third quarter. We expect a growth around 0.3%, 0.5% quarter on quarter. But for the fourth quarter, we are again back to stagnation. That's the expectation at the moment, that we are back to stagnation. And nobody thinks that 2012 will be a boom year like 2010 and 2011. And then, given that we expect more stagnation in 2012 or low growth rates, this should be felt in the industry as well, and then also in the labor market.
We can't ignore the bigger picture, of course, and the important role Germany plays in sorting out the problems of the Eurozone. Working in Frankfurt, do you sense there's still a willingness to shoulder the financial burden of neighbouring countries?
Well, there's a lot of misunderstanding among the voters, but the problem is even the politicians do not understand the crisis, do not understand the causes of the crisis, and do not consider the real solution mechanism which would be available. So if politicians do not understand, they cannot communicate the problems, and also voters do not understand. And the belief is that voters will not agree another bailout package. I think the EFSF 2 is the last bailout package which is possible for the politicians, given that the voters do not want to extend it.
And finally, do you think the enlarged €440 billion EFSF will be big enough?
No, it's not big enough to solve the crisis. That's obvious. I mean, if you look at the exposures, if you look at the amounts of Southern European government debt, well, this is far beyond this 440 billion, and everybody can calculate how long this fund lasts then until no funds are available. Though it's obvious then that this will not solve the crisis, and investors will not come back to the markets. So you need a much larger package, and you need this leverage idea, which is proposed in recent days, to have really the firepower to bring investors back to the markets.
A view there from Germany's biggest bank, and we'll keep the interviews and analysis coming here on Dukascopy TV. But for now, goodbye.